Okay. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Dobre utro, dobre utro. Good morning and good to see everyone. Thank you for joining. And yes, here we go. My first INSTA live. Yeah, it's a little bit dark here. Well, that's how the room is. But good to see everyone. Good, thank you for joining. حامد جان چاکریم داداش، خیلی مخلصیم. دوباره اوترا. Good morning, Mr. Hussein Jiva. Sabia in the house, good morning. Zipora, good morning. I see, thank you for joining. Hello everyone. Okay, so it's my first time in INSTA Live, so I hope everyone bear with me. Okay, I didn't know how to join. چاکریم رضا جان، ما هم شما رو دوست داریم عزیزمی. But I'm gonna talk in English. Okay, so please, we can have other calls in other languages, but this call gonna be done in English. And yeah, good morning Aisha, good to see you. And here we go. And by the way, happy Ramadan. We are almost at the end of the month of Ramadan also. So I hope everybody had a good Ramadan. And we are almost at the end of the month. You know, may your prayers was accepted and you are having a good month. So I decided to do this INSTA Live after we had a talk with so many people. And we had a good to see you events. Good to see you also. Thank you. And well, you know, time is passing. And no matter how hard we try, we can't be everywhere all the time. So me personally, actually, let me talk about myself. I cannot be everywhere all the time. So I decided to do this INSTA Live. And I'm going to do it at least once a month. Maybe even more. And the reason is because I've been traveling a lot in different countries, different places, and there are so many different experiences I have. And most of these experiences we never share about, you know. Oh, good to see you, Andrew. Good to see you, bro. Okay, I hope India is treating you well, man. Okay, very good, very good. So, and I felt to share, actually. I felt to share so many things that it happened to me personally. And so it can maybe help everyone here. Of course, in the journey of my life, I have learned a lot from Chief Batman. He's someone he's my mentor. He's someone that I learned from him over the year. And every week, like all of you, I'm sitting and I'm learning from him, from our founders, and Dr. Vijay Eswaran, Mr. Joseph Bismarck, and all the V partners. So I'm not here to train, but I'm here basically every month to share. Okay, some of the things that I feel, it was important. And you won't believe right now, by the way, I'm in Josie right now. I'm in Josie CBD, and I'm talking to all of you from Josie CBD. And, you know, right now exactly, I was actually thinking, you know, what to talk. Then I wanted to record outside, but it was my first time, so I decided to come somewhere a little bit more quiet, so I can actually talk to you guys from the room, so it's more quiet. And I was thinking what to talk. And, well, one of the things that it came to my mind just now, it was about how, I was talking to many people right now in the past 1 week. And in the trips that I had recently also, I met many different type of people from different countries. Okay, whether people who are entrepreneurs, whether people who are networker like us, whether people who are employee, okay, or they are kind of high level of employment. And it was so interesting when I was talking to everyone had kind of a, you know, similar concern, you know, I can say. And that concern was about, you know, the world is changing. And the change of the world is crazy. The world is going through so many different chaos, so many different situations, and the change is happening. And what's going to happen? Many people who are employed, they are worried that they're going to lose their jobs, you know. And well, this concern, I'm hearing it again and again and again. And I had a talk with a gentleman recently, just yesterday. So now it came to my mind, maybe I can just share about that. And I told him that I think the world is going through a recession. Okay, like there is nothing new, but we are going through a change, which we always hear it from Chief Batman talking about change, from Dotto talking about change. And what do I mean by that? You know, and let me share actually about this. You know, I remember in the beginning of the business, it was a book that we used to mention it a lot, called The Third Wave. I don't know if you read it or not. Okay, The Third Wave. It was written by the Alvin Toffler. Okay, it was such a big book, you know, like, God, I don't know how many thousand pages, you know, which I never end up finishing it all, but I read most of it. And the book of Alvin Toffler, I remember it was talking about the three wave. And the three wave that he was talking about, it was talking about the first wave, which was agriculture. Okay. And listen to this. This is actually very interesting, I believe, because when I shared with the guys, they found it kind of interesting. And when I say the world is going through a recession, and this, if you read the history, you understand where the world is going, I think it kind of makes sense. Because in the book of the third wave, the first wave was agriculture. And he talks about agriculture as the era that everybody were working like in a farm, you know, like a farmer, you know. And everybody had a farm. Now, I was digging potato, you were digging apple, somebody else was, I don't know, making rice or whatever in his farm. And people, they were exchanging, you know, exchanging things every end of the year to each other, and they were just surviving. And then in every village, Chakerim Jalal-Jan, Chakerim, in every village, it was a chief. You know, it was someone, it was a chief, it was like an old man who was actually, he was a respectable man because he was old. And he was kind of controlling the village for people not to fight. And everybody was in agriculture. Then suddenly, some people who were sitting and they were just waiting for the potato in the farm to grow, they thought, why we should do that? So let's come with, you know, I cannot wait for 6 months to just this potato to grow and sell it. I want to do something in my life. So they came up with the idea of creating things. You know, they came up with the idea of creating a pen, creating so many things, you know. And that was the time that these people actually decided to go through an idea that they say, okay, here is the idea. Let's start opening factories. You understand? And when they opened factory, what they did, okay, it was like a very, very old style of factory. So the guy was sitting in his garden and he was waiting for his apples to grow. So the guy came to him and he said, okay, bro, why are you waiting for your apples to grow? Come, I have a genius idea for you. What is the idea? The idea is, I don't know, you make this pen or make this, you know, and I teach you how to make this. And the more you make, the more I give you not apple or potato, but I give you money, you know. And the guy was like, wow, that's genius. So I don't need to wait 6 months for my agriculture, the farm that I had to grow so I can sell it. Actually, while I'm waiting for it, I can do something. So all of these people started working in, you know, going to work. You know, that was where the work job and employment started. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they started going to work. So everybody gone to factory. And for those of you who are older than me, I think you remember, you know, back then, you know, a man who is working in a factory, you know, he get a free chicken, he get a free rice, he get a free things, you know. And he was the man always, he was the best choice to get married, you know, ladies, you know. Ask your mothers or grandfathers, you know. Grandmothers, I think they can tell you that. And then everybody started going to factory and then work in a factory and then make money. And then people who were waiting for the potato or the apple or the rice in the farm to work, you know, they were struggling, you know. Then these guys who opened the factory and then opened the company, they started growing and growing and they get richer and richer and richer. Okay. And then it was the moment that these people, they suddenly became the 1%. You know, the power of the 1% of the world, how they are controlling the rest of the world. That was the moment that actually, you know, these rich people started growing. Because back in agriculture age, everybody was equal. Like everybody were just living their life happy, you know. And it was not about being rich, it was about just living your life, you know. But then things started to change. Factories started producing more things. And this 1%, they became richer and richer. Now, here is the thing. When thousands of people work in a factory, there is always thousands of human error. So these people they were very rich. They actually thought about, okay, what we should do. You know what I'm saying? How to make more money. You know, how to have a better quality products. So they came up with the idea to create what? To create machines. And when the machines was created, if you look at the history, all over the world, it was Industrial Revolution. When people gone to the street, you know, because they lost job, now the guy who was digging and, you know, for his, you know, agriculture to just make apple or potato or I don't know, whatever, you know, now he had a job, he was wearing a company uniform, you know, looking nice, go with the uniform to work every day and make money. And now suddenly, the machines came. And the factories have to fire them. So all these guys, they got frustrated because they don't want to go to the farm and just wait for the potato to grow for 6 months. You get it? You know? So they thought about, they started revolution. You know, they gone to the street, you know, all this industrial revolution happened and all those stories. And then, these rich people, they thought about, okay, what to do? We need to use these people somehow. So they came up with a genius idea. And they said, listen, come here, don't worry. Why you want to wear this factory t-shirt? Why you want to wear the uniform? Okay, why you going to go to the noisy place, you know, and be frustrated, you know, with all these noises? I have a better idea for you. Come, you don't need to wear the uniform. You can wear a suit with a nice tie. You know, I'm not wearing tie, you know, it's just a jacket, you know. And then I give you a job. But this time, you don't need to go and work in a noisy place. You can sit in front of the computer. You can, good to see you, Walin. Good to see you from Kampala, bro. And you can sit in front of the computer and you can drink coffee and tea whenever you want. And it's called office work. So all the office work started to open. And suddenly, people who are working in a farm, they are like here. People who are working in a factory, they are here. And people who are going to the office with the tie and suit, you know, these guys are the cool guys, you know. These are the men that ladies is a good option to get married to, you know. So that was the idea, you understand? Then the world started changing again. And then suddenly something came called internet. Okay, and by the way, the third wave book is finished there because, you know, well, Alvin Toffler wrote it many years ago. I mean, I remember the book almost 15 years ago, even more, you know. So, I mean, yeah, it was a long time ago. But then the internet came. And when internet started, that was actually a moment that everybody got started connecting together. Now, first, the big companies, they started using the internet to grow and get connected and import, export, all this crazy stuff. And people who were employed, they also started communicating with other companies, with email, blah, 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 all of that. You remember it was a BlackBerry those days, you know, BlackBerry phone was such a cool phone. I remember when I got my BlackBerry phone with my first commission, I was like, wow, man, you know, I'm a business guy, you know. And that's how it started. But then internet started to grow, and it started to grow, and it started to grow. Now, why I'm saying that? Because slowly, technology got bigger and bigger and bigger. And the 1% of the world, they are still 1%. You understand? And this is something you have to understand, you know. This is, I believe, is a fact that, you know, in every country, government is not here to make you rich. Government is here to make sure people are following the rules and they're actually broke. So they're gonna keep following the system. And government job is protect the rich, you know. And that's a reality that exists, you know, and you have to, and when I say rich, I'm talking about billionaires, you know, I'm not talking about 5, 6, 10 million US dollar guys, you know, I'm talking about billions or billions, you know what I'm saying? And when the internet grows, everybody misunderstood about internet. But internet grew and grew and grew, and eventually got out of hand. And it reached to a point that today we are having something called artificial intelligence, okay, which is AI, you understand? Now, when AI came, everybody panicked. Oh my God, we're going to lose job, we're going to lose this, we're going to lose this. But come on, since AI came, it's actually made our job so easy. You understand? Like, you won't believe, I just made the banner for this Insta Live with AI, and it was like a 2-second. Wow, I loved it, you know? So AI actually make the job easy. But yes, if you don't understand technology correctly, you're gonna look at it as a lost. Because look at it in this way. Today, if you have a farm and you're digging, I don't know, 100 kg of potato, can you become a millionaire? No. If you're working in a factory for 20 years, what do you get? Nothing. You understand? There are many people, I know them, they are working in a Mercedes-Benz factory, but they still don't own a Mercedes. And it's so painful when you look at it. You understand? Okay, so, and I mean, as long as you're selling your time for money, you're broke. That's a reality. Now, I know you're going to tell me, oh, Mike, but I have to find food to eat. I get it. But how long? If you have to find food to eat for 5-10 years, then it's not a food problem, it's a mindset problem. And this is very important because the technology is coming again. And what artificial intelligence and technology is doing actually, here is the point. They are removing jobs exactly like how machines removed some jobs in an industrial age, you know, which was the manufacturing. You understand? So still there are people who are working there, but 80% of the job is done by machines. Now, the AI is also doing the same. You understand? So the 80% of the jobs that people used to do and they were selling their time for money is long gone. And it's gonna go because AI is gonna take over that. But there is one thing that you have to understand. As long as you have an entrepreneurship mindset, you're safe. But as long as you have a mindset of selling your time for money, you're broke. In any industry, in any age, even in agriculture if you look at it, even if industrial age look at it, even if you in the after industrial the office work age if you look at it, or if you look at it now. And the idea of selling your time for money, it's something that, well, you know, it has been taught to people from the school, you know. So you get used to it. And again, many people, by the way, I need to make reels about this, I think, you know. Now is a good idea. I'm thinking about it. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to make an Insta reels about this also. That, you know, how difficult for people is when they sell their time for money for the long period of time, actually to think like an entrepreneur. Okay, because the complaint is always, I need to find food, I need to find food, I cannot, I have to survive. But the moment you start saving money, let's say you save $5,000, the car that you want, the price has gone up by $10,000. And here is the point you have to understand. Today, they are making cars even with the what? All this, you know, I mean, economic stuff, you know, they are coming with this plastic-free concept, you know, they are recycling things, you know. So if you think about it right now, cars are supposed to be cheaper, not even more expensive. You know, so why they are selling the cars more expensive? Well, that's the point, you know. People have to stay poor so the rich get richer and they can control the world. Now, how to get out of it? I think first, stop selling your time for money. There is no win in this. Even if you are getting a salary, I don't know, of $5,000, $10,000, whatever you are getting it, it's not worth it when you are selling your time for money. It just doesn't worth it. Because if you live your life as an entrepreneur, as a networker, as a businessman, that 1 year of being an entrepreneur, it's equal to 10, 15 years of employment life. Now, if you are employed in some company that then after 5, 10 years, you're going to own 40, 50% of that company, that's another story. You understand? But if you are not going to own a business, or if you are not going to own something, then what is the value of selling your time for money? And this is very important. So the world is going through a change, and the change is exactly what was written in the history in the past. Is exactly the same thing. Like exactly the change of the world, you know. People gone to the factories, and the machines took over. Now people are going to the office, and no longer they can wear a tie and go and have a coffee and just sell their time for money and make money. Because the machines are taking over. So it's just, the picture is just changing, but it's the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? So understand the word. Understand the change, And when you understand it, there are too many opportunities out there. There are too many opportunities out there that if you start being an entrepreneur, you can see it. I'm so grateful, to God that I found a way, that I'm working on it. Okay, and the more I spend time to see it and learn from Mr. Patman, from others, the more I learn from my mentors, the more I understood. But if I would have been employed, guys, okay, and I would have sold my time for money, where I was today. So very simple. Don't sell your time for money. I'm really going to make reels about it now that I'm thinking about it. That's a good topic. But the idea of the the third wave, the Elvin Toffler book, by the way, Google it, is free. Learn it, It's such a powerful story, that, he actually anticipated how the world going to be in the future. And this is exactly, and by reading the history, you understand how the future is changing. Now, I don't know what technology is going to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I'm going to sit and, talk to you guys, like this, And, but from Joburg, all the way, in CBD, sitting and talking to you guys, but if you understand the history, you understand that how you can be safe. By being entrepreneur, and being entrepreneur is also another topic, by the way, that maybe we can talk about it in some other calls. But it's also not about me and you going and creating something. Remember, we have a challenge of time, and we are. The time is very challenging. Like if you look at it, the 52 weeks of the year, 54 weeks of the year is actually finishing so fast. And for those of you who are 40 years old, above 30, you understand what I'm saying, You think you have time, but you don't, So it's about understanding it correctly. And I'm so grateful, to do what I'm doing, okay? To be part of QNet, to work in this company, to be a partner, okay? Now somebody says you work for the company. No, I don't. I work for myself, okay? But I use the QNet system to expand what I want, and to build the business where I want, and I'm so grateful, for that. Anyway, it was my first Insta Live, guys. I was kind of, don't know what to talk, so I thought about sharing this. I hope I gave you some clarity. But by the way, I see some of you are joining. If you have any questions, you can ask, this call, I wanna understand what we need to talk about. So if there is any topic you want me to talk about, if there is anything you want to share, I respect all the leaders, everyone, and I'm just here to share. Thanks to God, I had a chance to, maybe travel to almost 40 countries. Living, I don't know, maybe more than 50 cities, I don't even know, and I feel sometimes it's important to share because time is short. And I really believe there is more than enough for everyone. So there is no secret for me to keep. There is nothing to, it's all about, just sharing, So if there is anything you guys want to share, want me to share, please feel free, okay? Good to see you guys from Pakistan. Salam alaikum, Ramadan Kareem. Good to see you, okay? And I'm originally Iranian. For those of you who are asking where I'm coming from, I'm from Iran. I born in Iran, you understand? But it's been many years now that I'm not living there. Since, many years, But I speak also different languages. So, доброе утро всех. На русском, который тут. Рад вас видеть. Окей? Будем тоже на русском разговариваем, когда возможности будет. И рад вас видеть, Екатерина. Я тебя вижу. Okay, now, and yes, and all the Farsi speaking بچه‌ها خیلی مخلصیم، دم شما گرم که جوین شدین. ایشالله فارسی هم اگه چیزی بود در خدمت شما هستیم، ولی خب بیشتر اینجا قراره که حالا به صورت انگلیسی ما صحبت بکنیم، ولی حتما حالا برای فارسی هم در خدمت شما هستیم. But yes, So feel free if there is any question you want to ask, but don't forget what I shared with you guys. In this call, at least spend time this week and read a little bit more about the Elvin Toffler concept. I remember, we used to use it a lot for our discussions in the meeting. That, why today agriculture, just having a farm, you're going to just sit in that farm and then you're just going to grow old. And nobody going to come and buy from you, let's be honest. Today people, they go to the big businesses and buy stuff from there. Nobody want to go to the small shops and buy things, from, like small shops, they don't exist anymore, actually. You understand? So that's something that, it's very important to understand. So the big business. So, sorry, I'm seeing some questions here. Hold on. What is the most meaningful achievement you want people to achieve? Go to VCon. Go to VCon, go to ISP. Attend trainings that they are not selling training to you. They are helping you 100% without expecting anything in return. Go and learn. If you are not where you are today, it's because you don't know what you don't know. And the only way to achieve that is to go to such events. For me, VCon helped me. For me, ISP helped me. For me, so many trainings that I attended helped me. But also don't start going to this training and buy this training course. I don't believe in this buying all these funny things, it's just all, most of the people who they don't know what to do today, they are selling training course. I don't believe in that. But go to VCon. My advice, if you're asking my advice, go to VCon, go to ISP. Go to the events that help you. I am the result of maybe more than 15 VCon. I don't even know how many. I am the result of, maybe more than 7, 8 ISP. Maybe 50 camps. And I'm grateful for it. And every time that I attend it, I learn something. You understand? You have to surround yourself with entrepreneurs. And that is also something important. When you are employed, around you is only employee people. And you know what is more funny? Understand one thing. Your boss doesn't want you to be better than him. So that's the thing. You understand? Your boss doesn't want you to be better than him. So no matter how good you are, you cannot bypass him. And people around you also in that foundation of, corporate employment is all about jealousy and gossip. امین جان خیلی مخلصیم داداش چای کردیم دم شما گرم. And I'm just saying hi in Persian, guys, So some of them are joining, they're writing in Persian, so I have to reply in Persian. So when you are in that environment of employment, you are not going to grow. What is it to learn? Like some people say, I need experience. No, you don't. Become entrepreneur and get experience. Being employed, go and become employed for 6 months, you get all the experience. More than 6 months, 6 months is a waste of time. Unless if you can own the company or just get something out of it. I don't know. You understand? That's my opinion. How to maintain the energy and transfer it to the team? I don't know. But I know one thing I can tell you, bro. Believe in yourself and live your life happy. Here is the idea. You see, many people, they come to me and they say, but CEO Mac, life is short. You need to live your life. Life is short. You have to do something. It's not about always working. These people who come and tell you this, I always tell them this. Why you're going to work every morning? I need to find food to eat. I'm like, that's the point. But I'm not here to find food to eat. I'm living my life. I'm enjoying my life. And I'm helping people. And I'm choosing what to do. I'm actually living my life. Go and find a mirror and tell yourself, life is short. Stop going to work, coming back home, going to work, coming back home, going to work, coming back home, like what Chief Batman always tells us. Stop doing that. Life is short. Live your life. Learn, grow, do mistake, learn from it, improve. Okay, if you have mentor, if you have upline, guys, you are lucky. If you have any mentor or any upline who is willing to answer your phone and guide you, even once a month, you're damn lucky. Because many people who never had access to the mentor, the upline for years and years, now is a technology. Those days we had nothing. Those days, it was email. Like we used to write email and then wait for the reply next month. And that email respond was enough for me to just go and rock the stage. You know what I'm saying? So if you really have someone who is answering your phone and is guiding you, don't lose that person. Because if you lose that person one day, you understand what I'm saying. But your dream should motivate you. And I think you all have access to my mentor, someone that I learned from him all my life. I'm grateful every second of my life to him. Chief Patman. Okay, Dotto, Jopo. I mean, these are people, these are my mentor. These are the people that I look at them, and I don't need to look at anybody else. You understand? And I learn from them. So they are enough for me. So, that's one thing that you said. Sorry, let me read the questions. I hope I'm not talking fast. Okay. Working with the people who are older than you or younger than you is all about understanding each other. You see, when you have a question that I cannot work in my business or in my anything, with people who are older than you, is because you don't want to understand them and listen to them. If there is someone that is 50 years old or 60 years old or somebody who is older than me, but logically the person have experience, I have to listen to him. And the more you listen to the person, the more you understand how to deal with it. Don't look for shortcut. The biggest problem I see in people is that they are looking for shortcut in shortcut. The more you look for shortcut in shortcut, the more you are losing. Don't do that. Sit, talk, understand each other. We need to talk. Chief had a very amazing Insta live this week about the art of communication. He was talking about that topic. Please watch Chief Insta. It was amazing. The way he explained, I learned a lot from, just watch that, just watch the Insta live that he had this Saturday, and he explained very nicely about this topic. He's a student, So, yeah, sorry, I'm missing so many things, guys. Yeah, okay, so I tried to answer most of the questions. And I'm reading the questions. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so I think I've already talked for 30 minutes, by the way, So, yes, I will come to Tanzania. Don't worry. This year, I will see you in Tanzania. Check with the people. Check with the uplines, everybody. I see you in Tanzania. I'm coming soon. I'm coming to so many places, okay? Just back to back. I'm grateful, for everything. I'm thankful. And there is no luck. It's only about shortcut never solved anything in life. Very true. Don't look for shortcut in shortcut. People want quick, People want quick result. People want quick achievement. It's not going to happen. You understand? Like, you need to learn, you need to practice, you're going to have failure. Now, when people fail, sometimes they feel that, like, for example, it's not going to work. But come on, who have 100% success rate? Can you name me one person? If Ronaldo is kicking ball 1,000 times until he become a champion, million times, sorry, not 1,000. Why you expect to do something once and become successful? So, that's how I see it. So, very sorry, I'm reading the questions. Yes. Sorry, I'm just answering this in Russian. Yes, yes, я уже объяснил, окей, по поводу этого. Но сейчас на английский разговариваем. Но я объяснил на английский, это тема, конечно. Но если нужно, в следующий раз на русском будем об этом разговаривать. I'm grateful, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm thankful to God. Life has been a journey, and every challenges that I think I faced. I'm talking about myself. I'm not here to teach anyone anything, Anything that I learned is because of the challenges. I remember one day when I heard this, Dotto talked about this, long time ago. He said that, I used to tell God, why, I have 3 problems, and why these 3 problems are there. And then, and then one day I had 100 problems, and then I prayed God that I said, God, give me more problem, because the more problem I'm receiving, the more matured I become. And I remember that. I'm not seeking for more problem, but like the challenges, not problem, challenges, let's put it that way, okay? Excuse my English, okay? My English is my 3rd language, guys, okay? So, but the more challenges it is, I face, the more knowledge I receive, I believe, So, and the challenges have to be done on a weekly basis. So the reflection is like this, end of the week, Friday, I sit and I think, did I overcome some challenges? If I didn't overcome some challenges and I'm just repeating, the wisdom comes out of how many challenges I'm facing, So I believe in this. But also, again, don't forget about the Elvin Toffler topic that we talked today. Learn about it because it can help you a lot in life. So the word is just repeating again. The same way, industrial age, the machines took over. Now the artificial intelligence are taking all these people who are going to work with the tie and suit, employees, who are waiting for their monthly salary. So don't sell your time for money. The more you sell your time for money, the more you see frustration in this world, the more you see challenges in this world, and live your life happy. Learn. There are so many ways. And I'm grateful. But thank you so much, guys. Again, it was my first Insta Live. I didn't know how to talk. I just talked, So if it was this topic, well, I'm learning. But with the God grace, if I deserve it, I will continue this. And I will make sure we talk so many things. Andrew, good to see you, bro. Next time I'm going to invite you, bro. Good to see you, man. So thank you, everyone. God bless you. And let's have a great week ahead. It's Eid, by the way. Okay, in advance, I'm saying, okay, Eid is near, so Eid Mubarak in advance, okay? But Eid is coming soon for all our Muslim brothers and sisters, okay? It was an amazing Ramadan. Ramadan is a great month of remembering myself so many things, discipline, and so many things, It's just a restart, that, I change all my bad habits, that I have, because we are human and we go to our comfort zone, So I'm grateful for that. And this week is going to be a great week, I believe, okay? And yeah, looking forward, okay, for the next and next and next. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. God bless. And I make sure I do better. But love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate all your messages. Okay, thank you so much. Jalal John, چاکریم داداش, خیلی مخلصیم. Spasibo всех. And yeah, let's get busy, guys. The day is continuing. And it's also iftar time for so many people around the world. So it's time for prayers and iftar, I know also. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. And have a great week ahead. And start the next week stronger. Who knows? Maybe one day I can reach to a point of having Insta Live also weekly. But of course, I need to learn from my mentor and my teachers like Chief Patman, So thank you, guys. Love you guys. All the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. God bless you guys.